Okay, good evening, or morning, or afternoon, whatever time of day it is whenever you're watching this. My name is Joel Cohen. I go by the YouTube username of Sir Joelsuf. When I first made YouTube videos, I was calling myself the Big Jew. I had a few other names too. In the 9 years I've been doing YouTube videos, ever since very early 2010, and even further back 2009 when I called myself the College Jew. I was going to make a gimmick called the Drunken College Bro Jew or something like that, and I was going to do that. But then Game Jew of Game Trailers made their channel, and I was at that, the idea was thrown out the window. Anyways, introductions aside, I need to talk about something extremely serious. This is going to be the most important video I've ever made on YouTube, and it is really one of the reasons why I don't make a lot of YouTube videos. It's one of the reasons why, and I'm going to announce this right now, and I know I have only a handful of followers, about 300 and some change, so it's not going to break anyone's, no one's life is going to be altered, hopefully. And that's the reason why I'm all dressed up, because this is an extremely serious video. Because of COPPA, the Children's something Privacy Act, I am now afraid of making content for YouTube for fear of getting fined. And it's a very, very well-founded fear that a lot of prolific YouTubers have been talking about for the past week. Okay, I'm going to talk about 7 or so different items here. I have them written down here. These are not going to be like in any particular order. Again, for anyone who's followed my channel for a significant amount of time, you all know that I don't believe in editing. And especially now, I don't believe in edit. There's a few things let me preface the first things first here. I don't believe in editing. I believe in being as organic as possible. Editing isn't organic. I also don't believe, and I used to 3 or so years ago, I jumped on the chance of getting ad revenue from my videos because I thought it would be just something to do on the side for a little bit more money. You know what I mean? I've changed my mind ever since that, and especially after the ad-apocalypse, where a whole bunch of videos got ads taken away because they had content that didn't fit whatever was regulated. And we're definitely going to talk about regulations and how I, ever since high school, have been attacking regulations hard. Okay? So, but I don't believe in ad revenue. I believe that your videos should be the ad for something that you're selling. And I want to give you a good example of that. A good example of this are a number of YouTubers who I follow who are well versed in the area of entrepreneurship and starting your own business. Namely, Sam Ovens, Alex Becker, Clark Kegley. You'll have to excuse me, I'm very sleep deprived. I have not slept for probably a day and a half because I've had a lot of work to do. Graham Stephen, Dave Ramsey, Grant Cardone. Who else am I? I'm forgetting someone. And a few other here and gone. And a few other YouTubers who focus specifically on business. And you can find them. I'm subscribed to them. I'm following them. I'm going to keep following them, and hopefully they don't get, hopefully they don't get COPPA'd. Yeah. Those YouTubers who I just mentioned, they do their videos to sell courses and to sell services that they use to help others. Okay? Yes, they get ad revenue too, but the ad revenue for them is a bonus. Okay? I'm going to compare that to one of the main reasons that I even started doing a lot of YouTube videos, and that's an individual named Phil Burnell, otherwise known as Dark Side Phil. This is a person who I followed about 9 years ago, and he showed me in his creativity, in his creative way of making videography, that it was possible to gather a following just by haphazardly playing video games very poorly. And he used to admit that. He doesn't admit it anymore. I don't know why that is, but whatever. And get a following and get ad revenue, get sponsored, other stuff like that, and things like that. Okay? And I want to finish this first point off by saying, I don't believe in ad revenue when it comes to YouTube videos. I have to not move because my webcam might fall. So, yeah. All right. I don't believe in ad revenue when it comes to YouTube videos. I don't believe anyone should collect it at all, no matter how big or small your following is. That makes no difference. I don't want to be sponsored by I don't know here. I don't want to be sponsored by Speed Stick deodorant. I don't want to be sponsored by. I don't want a Dove ad to be playing before my video or during or whatever. I don't want to have this video sponsor. Like there's this dude named Alpha M that I've been watching just for shits and giggles, and like in the middle of his video he'll be like, "This is my video sponsor, Tej Hanley," or whatever. No. You should be sponsoring your own stuff, and don't trust me. I'm gonna drop my business. I'm gonna do that later on though. So, back to the matter is, YouTube should be you advertising you, not you advertising someone else. If you were a victim of the adpocalypse and you were upset that ads were taken off of your videos, well, guess what? Tough Titty said, Kitty, you should have known better, brother. You should have known better, my dude, or my dear, or my whatever gender you want to be. You should have known better, but you didn't. And so now your livelihood is at stake. Oh no, poor you. And I'm going to get into this in my blog. I'm going to write a blog post about this probably after Thanksgiving ends. And that is something that's been growing among content creators and stuff like that. And that is something I call the donation economy. Okay? This is where content creators will open up Patreon pages and they'll say, yo, send me some money, I'll give you this perk. This is what I call the donation economy. That's what's going to be the beating heart of YouTube and Twitch and other video streaming content creators. That's going to be their beating heart going into the 2020s. Okay, so, and I don't do this for any reason other than to say stuff, other than to have fun. Up until this video is very serious. I wanted to make this video not for me. I want to make it to protect other content creators who I enjoy. Content creators, and I'm going to mention their names later on because I don't want to get into this. I don't want to ramble. I do a lot of rambling anyways. So sorry if this is out of order. Like I said, my brain's out of order. I've been up for a very long ass time. Okay, now let me just go off this list here. Okay, now anyone who has followed me for a specific amount of time, maybe a year, a couple of years, whatever, you'll find that in my videos that I'm very impartial. I'm very apolitical. I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about social issues. Maybe a few times I did. I remember there was one time about 5 or so years ago where this prolific women's group member was victim blaming an adult video actress when she got sexually assaulted, and I got very upset about that because, and I made a video about this about 6 years ago, where I said I was sitting outside of the house where I got sexually assaulted at, and I said, yo, look, I've been a sexual assault victim. And so a year after I made that video in late 2013, when I heard about this women's movement person victim blaming somebody, I said, whoa, hold the phone, this isn't right. So maybe I think that was like the last time I made a video like that. So, but 90% of the content that you see on my channel is just me playing video games. Maybe it's me doing a speed run of certain video games like Zelda 2 or Mega Man 3. Now, the last video on my channel was filmed in April, and that was just me playing Ken Griffey Jr.'s winning run, trying to get a 162-0 season. Okay, so the content that I make, and I'm going to get into this later, is very susceptible from being detected by the new regulations that are going to be going into effect when 2020 begins, unless something happens where there's improvements are made or something like that. But I'm not relying on that, and neither should you. However, there's a petition in the description that you should definitely sign. I've signed it. I've also donated to the advocacy for it, which is $18 minimum. When you sign the petition, it'll say, do you want to donate or do you want to share it? And you have to do either one. I suggest you do both, which is what I did. So there you go. And I typically do not favor those kind of what I call external solutions. I don't. I don't really believe that there's that protesting and that signing petitions and making petitions and other stuff like that, even voting. I believe it's an impractical use of your energy, and that you should be focusing on internal solutions, building your business, making more money. Like Nomad Capitalist, that's another channel I've been following. Go where you're treated best. You know, instead of wasting energy and time on these external solutions, why not just save up a whole bunch of money and go move? You know what I mean? Easy. But this COPPA, this Child Privacy Act, this is something that I need to pursue an external solution because I make a living creating content. Only it's not video content, it is written content. I do what they call is freelance writing and professional blogging. So I write blog articles for clients. They send me topics and I write about them. And I use Google Docs for them. And in the smattering of videos that I watched as research before doing this video, it seems that COPPA is not just affecting YouTubers, it's affecting anyone who uses anything from Google. So even if it's a Google Doc, you know what I mean? Say you have a Google Doc and it's like a fanfic and it's like a dirty fanfic, yeah, they could probably get you for that. I don't know what the penalty is. The penalty for a YouTube video has been defined, and I'll post the smattering of videos that I've watched, and you should watch them as research as well. So, but yes, this COPPA is an example where I need to pursue an external solution so that I can secure my livelihood as a creative individual who wants to make money by being creative. So that's the exception. That's definitely the exception because I feel like I'm being inconvenienced. I feel like I'm being under attack, and it's not right, and I want to change it. There you go. Okay, now this is where things are going to get controversial, and this is where I said in the previous video that I made this afternoon. I don't know if any of you watched it, but I said, hey, there's a few things that I'm going to say about my own worldviews, my own opinions, and my own beliefs that you may not like, and this is one of them. Okay, so we need to go back to the roots of COPPA and how it got ratified, how it got signed into law, and the reason why it got signed into law. Okay, so from the research that I've watched, from the smattering of videos, from the following, from Treesicle, from from MatPat, and from I forget, it was like a podcast where this dude talks to his former attorney, and the former attorney did a whole bunch of research on this because that's what attorneys need to do, is to do research on this. And there's significant things you can look up when it comes to COPPA, and I was watching that too. That's in the description as well. You should definitely watch that. Okay. ever since I was in high school, I've been anti-regulation. Regulations hurt more than they help. Okay? I'm going to give you a great example here. Let's say that, it's Thanksgiving, right? Let's go Thanksgiving in 2 days. Let's say I'm in a very giving mood, and let's say I want to give everyone in my neighborhood $5. I say, line up in front of my house, you will get $5 from me, and off you go. You can go Wendy's. There's Wendy's a block away. You can get yourself 2 spicy nuggets for $5. And it's open on Thanksgiving, bruh. Let's go. You know what I mean? Let's say I want to do that. Now let's say that my job or my business, whatever, didn't pay me enough the next month. So now I say, or even better, let's say that let's say I'm a slime ball. Let's say I want to give more money to women than men, and let's say if any woman wants to get any money, they have to give me their contact info. Let's go even worse, okay? Let's get even sicker about this, okay? That is a regulation. Now I'm putting a regulation on somebody saying, hey, you can get the money from me, but I need something from you. I need something from you now. That's essentially what a regulation is. It's coming from someone who thinks that they know what's best for you, and they're limiting your volition. Okay? That's exactly what COPPA is. It's them saying, look, you can advertise, but you can't collect information from people under 13. We don't think that's right. Society doesn't think that's right. Even though there's plenty of kids under the age of 13 who know that they're being sold to, who knows that their information is being collected so that a predator might be after them. When I was 12 years old, I knew exactly who to trust and who not to trust. Okay? And I was a stupid fucking 12-year-old. All right? I was dumb. My grades are fantastic, but my street smarts were awful. Okay? And I wasn't able to speak like this either. But for some reason, I still understood who to trust and who not to trust. Okay? And that's with me possibly having Asperger's syndrome and other stuff like that, which I probably have. Who knows? So, because of that kind of thing, now it balloons. Now it says, okay, because COPPA was created in 1998. What was brand new in 1998? The internet was brand new in 1998. And you didn't have YouTube. You didn't have this kind of stuff. You had chat rooms, and you had AOL keywords, and you had that really weird sound that that your PC would make whenever you tried to go online. And you didn't have high-speed internet, that kind of stuff. You couldn't stream stuff in 2160p at 120 frames a second. You didn't have all that. You had chat rooms, you had websites that had ads on them, that kind of stuff. And government wanted to regulate that to save the kids. Save the kids, what has been their narrative for a long time. And here's the reason why the government likes to have push as narrative. Because they know that whatever side of the spectrum you're on, whether you are left side, where you want government to give you the hookup, or whether you're on the right side, where you want the government to protect you, when something like COPPA is released, they can bring both together and say, hey man, we'll give you the hookup and we'll protect you, but you have to follow our rules. And if and we're not going to tell you what our rules are, because if we do, then you're not going to trust us. You're starting to understand now? You're starting to understand why I don't like these regulations? Are you starting to understand why I was against them when I was 16 years old? It's because they limit the human ability to make decisions about themselves, and it limits the human ability to develop personal responsibility. Something that's very looked down upon when it comes to streaming, when it comes to video making, are two things: doxing and swatting. These are two things that people have people on the internet will have the craziest idea to say, hey man, let's get this guy's information so we can send him a whole bunch of food, or let's send an escort there. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, and that kind of stuff. Doxing, right? Same thing with swatting. Oh yeah, bro, let's send a tip to get SWAT team to there, man. That would be awesome. They'll catch it on stream and stuff, you know. And yeah, and people get all excited about that. Like I just acted excited about it right then. Okay, now, should that be regulated? My controversial answer: no. Here's the reason why. Because if you regulate that one thing, now you're gonna have to regulate over 9,000 other things, and all of a sudden, it's just like in grade school. Let's talk about children. Why not? Yeah, let's talk about when we were kids, right? When I was a kid, it's like when the one bad kid in school did the one thing wrong, and the whole class got punished. That's exactly what regulations do, and that's why we shouldn't have them. Okay. So now here are the details about what's going to happen in 2020. Unless the petition gets enough signatures, and maybe it gets moved, or maybe there's some corrections, maybe there's another amendment that says, oh, okay, we messed up, we shouldn't be automating this kind of detections, that kind of stuff. I'm not counting on that. I'm not expecting it. I'm hoping for it, obviously. But yeah, either way. Okay, here's what will happen. If your content can be viewed by someone who is under 13 years old, or if it has content that Google thinks could be viewed by an individual who is under 13 years old. For example, a video game like Zelda 2, like Mega Man 3, like King of Junior Baseball, even like Final Fantasy 9, even like all the other games I've played throughout the last 9 years of my life, making videos for this website, right? If it can be viewed by an individual who is under 13 years old, but some part of the content is considered unsafe for an under 13-year-old, for someone under 13, according to the guidelines in COPPA, you will get fined $42,500, I believe. That's because of a lawsuit that was filed against YouTube for allowing predators to use YouTube to get victims. Again, very, very small group of people, just 2 out of 100, did one thing really, really bad. But now, FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, and even the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, said, okay, well, this one person did this one bad thing, so now we have to protect everyone from it. Even if you didn't do a thing. Even if all you did was just try to beat Zelda 2 within 80 minutes. Doesn't matter. You have to follow our rules now. And because, a 13-year-old watched your video, Mr. Cohen, and you said I guess you got really mad at the game and you said, fuck this, god damn it, I'm resetting. This is bullshit. And they'll actually quote you, and then they'll send you the subpoena, and they will fine you to the tune of $42,000. And this is the worst part. This is the worst part. So, usually when you have to get authorities to make a wrongdoer pay for something they did, whether they hit somebody, so battery, or they stole something, right, theft, or they killed someone, murder, or they had sex with someone without their permission, sexual assault, or anything like that. They gotta say, I want to file a police report. This person did something very bad to me, and I want them to pay because I was hurt by it, right? That doesn't have to happen when it comes to COPPA. Nope. They can just say, your content had something that a 13-year-old or an under 13-year-old could watch, but it had content that was not suitable for a person under 13 years old. Therefore, you have to pay us because we don't want to go into more debt to pay whoever sued YouTube. Is this going to affect content creators going into 2020? Absolutely, without question. And it's only a matter of time. And that sucks. That really, 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 really sucks. And it sucks, man. Okay. So because of this, because of COPPA, because of this, whatever you want to call it, nanny state, welfare state, whatever side of the political spectrum you're on that you use to demonize your elder statespeople, your elder statesmen, okay? It's people who know what's best for you now will tell you to pay them to, in hopes that you learn what is best for you. And I'm sounding like a raging anarchist here. And that is because in many cases, I am a raging anarchist. And I'll give you some more history, okay? When I was young, about 15 some odd years ago, I came across this shiny little book called The Communist Manifesto. And what people don't understand about Marxism is that it is rooted in self-government, okay? And I'm not going to go too far into that, right? But I found it was a really good idea at the time, 15 years ago. But this was when I was a 21-year-old college kid who wanted to, you know, that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? And I was taking social science and sociology classes and history classes and stuff like that. And then I started taking economics, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I want to be anarcho-capitalist. So either way, I believe in self-government. This is the furthest thing from self-government that you could possibly come up with. And the fact of the matter is we've given the government so much agency to practically rule our lives to where it's not even fair anymore. Okay? It's not fair. It is not fair to anyone who makes content, okay? It's not fair to even YouTubers I dislike actively and who I don't want to see them on this platform again. Even someone as awful, as inhumane as Onision. And he is the worst of the worst. I feel if COPPA makes me feel bad for him, or for those like him, who want to make content and make money doing it and entertain people and get paid for it. That's what a YouTuber does, right? If I can dislike COPPA worse than Onision, then what does that say about COPPA? That's why I'm pushing the hashtag cancel COPPA. And I'm actually going to betray myself and go on Twitter, and I fucking hate social media, but I'm going to do it anyways. Here's what you need to do. Actually, before I go into that, I'm going to tell anyone who follows this channel seriously and who follows it religiously my plans for 2020. Okay, here's what's going to happen. Everything's going to start in mid-December, okay? I'm going to have one last bonanza of videos. I'm going to play my favorite Final Fantasy game, my favorite video game of all time, in mid-December, Final Fantasy IX. I'm going to do a long play. Okay, you know what a long play is, right? Someone play, and that, oh yeah, that'll get shot down. That'll get crushed by COPPA. Yep, that'll get COPPA easily get crushed by COPPA. A long play, where it's just someone playing video games. You don't even there's no commentary at all. I'm surprised long plays haven't been taken down already, because it's not transformative work according to YouTube's guidelines. So I'm going to do a full playthrough of Final Fantasy IX, 100%, and up until January. I'm probably not going to finish the entire game by January, but I'll get as much as I can done. And on December 30th, on December 30th, 2019, I will announce what I'm going to announce here. I'm going to open 2 new ways that you can hear my voice, or and let me slow down. Sorry, sleep deprivation, water deprivation, shit. There be 2 ways where you get to hear me, or you get to hear or see me entertain you. The first is going to be a podcast I'm going to be starting. It's going to be a podcast that is a form of branding for my company. Or not my company, just my for my website where I sell ebooks. So my website is called The Immortal Individual. It's about embracing individualism. It's about learning to enjoy your own company. Videos I was going to do for this, but I can't do them on that now because of COPPA. So I will instead do it on podcast, on Podbean. You know Podbean, right? That's a very popular podcast platform. Hopefully COPPA has not gotten their hands into podcasting yet, and we shall find out. And if so, then, well, then I'll just move away from that and I'll find another platform, whatever. But yes, what I'm going to try to do is every month, maybe every 3 weeks, 2 weeks, every 1 to 5 weeks, make a nice 1-hour podcast called The Immortal Podcast. And I'll be talking about stuff I went through when I was younger, mental health stuff, how to resist the temptation to go to favor external solutions, how to develop personal responsibility, which is what I ranted about a few minutes ago. You know, how personal responsibility are way better than hoping that the government makes like some kind of regulation or hooks you up, that kind of stuff. I'll be talking about that in the Immortal Podcast, absolutely. I'll also be doing more stutch on my stutch. I'll be doing more stutch. Is that a word? Let's make that a word in 2020. Stutch. Yeah, that's what this. Yeah, stutch means underhanded bullshit. COPPA is a bunch of stutch, man. Okay, that's all right. I'll also be on my Twitch channel on Joelsuf on Twitch TV. Twitch TV / Joelsuf. I'll be doing video game stuff on there. So, and on December 30th, I'll be posting a goodbye video, because I'm not willing to take the risk of COPPA hitting everyone's YouTube channels and saying, "Oh, yo, you made a video that we didn't like. Give us 42,000, or pay that to us forever while we charge interest on it." Because that's what happens when you owe the government. If they'll let you not pay. Especially, that's how it is with student loans and taxes. They'll let you not pay, but they'll also charge you some fucking interest and late fees and the secretary ate like really bad tacos and had to take a diarrhea dump fee, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, they'll charge you for that if you owe the government money. It's because because I owe the government money in student loan. Anyways, yeah. So that is going to be where you can find me as of January 1st, 2020. I'm not going to be on YouTube anymore when 2020 begins. I'm not. I will not be on YouTube anymore when 2020 begins. Let me repeat that one more time. I, Joelsuf, Sir Joelsuf, will not be on YouTube making videos as of January 1st, 2020. I will be on Podbean if you want to listen to me. I will be on Twitch if you want to watch and listen to me. And then, of course, I'll also pitch my PayPal if you want to give me money there. I'm not well versed enough in videography to make a Patreon account. You can just give me money. You just, it's e-begging. It's donation economy, bruh. It's the donation economy, baby. That's how it is. You can't be too proud to e-beg anymore. And I was going to make a video about that in 2020. I was going to make a whole bunch of content that I just cannot make anymore. That's okay. Because we're going to find a way. I'm going to find a way to entertain people by speaking or by playing video games in a different way. I'm going to go where I'm treated best when it comes to video and audio sharing platforms. And I suggest if you are a content creator on YouTube, you do the exact same thing. I first heard of COPPA when I was watching something called what's called the Prodigy Bowlers Tour, where they have junior bowlers bowl against each other, and the matches have like little gimmicky rules to them, and it's really fun to watch because it's not as pretentious as pro bowling, right? And the coach, the host of Prodigy Bowlers was like, yo, he made a video similar to mine. It was not as long. It was like 4 some odd minutes. But he said, yo, look, this COPPA thing's going to probably take us down, probably cancel us. So, I'm just letting you know, sign a petition to try to hold it back or try to do the thing. I forget the details of the petition. I just got into it and signed it and gave him $18. I'm like, here you go, take all my money. I wish I had a little more money so I can add a couple of zeros to that, but it's just how it be. Sign the petition in the description. Sign the petition in the description. Do it. Oh, no. I'll sound like Arnold. Do it! Do it now! Get to the petition. That wasn't a really good Arnold voice, but whatever. That wasn't a really good Arnold voice. There you go. That was more Sylvester Stallone. I'll even talk like I'm Sylvester Stallone. Look, if you want to see more clips of Rocky for free on movie clips, then you'll sign the petition. And you know what? I can even sound like H. John Benjamin. Hey, look, there's free episodes of Bob's Burgers, and you can just watch them on YouTube. You don't even need to order it on Hulu. Well, if you don't sign the petition, you're not going to get to them. You're not going to get them anymore. They're going to get taken down. Even Archer. I used to be able to sound a lot like H. John Benjamin. Okay, so. Again, let me finish this video up by saying this. And I'll be posting this on my Twitter. My Twitter is, I believe, it's The World of Joelsuf. I haven't posted on my Twitter in 2 fucking years. But I'm doing it now because I need to. Because COPPA is dumb and stupid and retarded. And it should not exist. Children should have fucking personal responsibility that their parents should be fucking teaching them. This way you don't have to make stupid fucking regulations like this. It's not fucking difficult to understand. So, go to my Twitter. Go to World of Joelsuf. You'll see a hashtag there. I have it on the thing on my screen. Hashtag cancel COPPA. Okay? If we're gonna have cancel culture on YouTube, if we're gonna have cancel culture on the internet where we just cancel who we don't like, we may as well cancel something that no one likes, which is COPPA. Seriously. No matter who you are, no matter what you stand for, no matter what you stand for, no matter who you are, COPPA is not going to help you. So cancel it. So do all you can. Sign that damn petition in the description. Fucking do it! I did, and I'll do it again with a different email. And you should too. Do it, farm it. It's like, do it, farm it like you're playing World of Warcraft. Make a different email account and just like spend an hour making like 100 different emails so you can sign on to the so you can sign the petition with each one. So it can get as many signatures as it can get, because I swear to fucking God, if COPPA it gets passed, it's going to end everything about YouTube. And I am dead serious about that. I am dead fucking serious about that. Alright. Okay. Alright. I just need to get that out of my system. Alright. Okay. I'm going to spend the last few minutes here talking about some future videos I'm going to make. I was thinking of making some wrestling videos. If I'm gonna have just 5 or so weeks on YouTube, then I want to make them count. I'm gonna delve into doing like self I don't want to say self-improvement, like self-development stuff again. I was doing that. I was dabbling in it a little while, and I was gonna open a different YouTube channel for that, but I'll use this one too. I'll use this one for it, and that's gonna be pretty cool. That one's gonna have what I think are like the 5 like worst distractions you can have in your life. So that's gonna probably come out like the beginning of December, probably something like that. I don't know. I just do videos whenever the hell I want because I don't get paid for it. I don't use YouTube to do anything. I just use it to rant and stuff and play video games. But when I do my other stuff in 2020, that's going to be way different. Yeah, that's when I'm going to get serious with this. With content creation in video and audio form. Via Podbean and Twitch. Yeah, so do that. So I'll do that. I'll probably make another. I want to make a wrestling related video. I was gonna do something called. I was gonna do something very similar to. Okay, I was gonna do similar videos to the what culture, how WWE should have booked stuff, and I was gonna like rebook some certain stuff. Or book stuff in the future, which I think I'd be really good at. Although, you know, no editing, so it's gonna be choppy as fuck like this is. Yeah. But anyway, whatever. Yeah, man. So I might do something like that. December 11th. December 11th, 2019 is going to be a special day. I'm going to play Final Fantasy IX. I'm going to do a long casual playthrough of it, and I'm going to post it on YouTube. I'm going to play the PC version because I like it. It's fun, and it has better. It's just better. It plays better than the PS1 version. You can speed through the fights. Oh my god, yeah. So yeah, that's good stuff, and that's my favorite Final Fantasy game, my favorite video game of all time. And what I'm probably gonna do when I play that game. Now you're gonna hear a lot of other content that stuff I say in my blogs whenever I play that game, because I feel like I don't know how much of my YouTube audience reads my blogs, but you should. Give you a good insight of who I am and what I stand for, my opinions and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to make this last month that I have on YouTube count. I'm going to make it amazing. I'm going to make it great. I'm gonna make it fantastic. I sound like another person who says it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge, fantastic. How come that guy can't take care of this COPPA? Fuck, you probably created it, asshole. Who knows? Who knows? It's probably not even Tantrum Trump who made COPPA, who's making it as bad as it is now. I mean, it's from '98, so it's from Bill Clinton, who's pretty much Trump's Democratic evil twin. As you can see, libertarian guys like me, we just make fun of them all. So yeah. So be on the lookout for all that. Yeah. Alright, let me get the fuck out of here so I can post this video and write hashtag cancel COPPA on other videos that mention COPPA, because you should do that. Spread that hashtag, man. Make that cancel COPPA hashtag, make that trend worldwide for like 6 weeks in a row until 2020 begins. Like, seriously, like, I want it to be trending worldwide on New Year's Eve. That would be amazing. So do it. Hashtag cancel COPPA. Let's go, motherfuckers. Alright. Take care. Stay strong. We're all gonna get through this. Protect yourself from COPPA. Don't get fined. Don't take chances. Please don't. I don't want you to get fined to $42,000. I really don't. And I don't. And I'm even going to tweet this to the content creators who I watch. Because I feel that strongly about it as somebody who is very creative minded, who likes to speak his mind, someone who likes to express himself and not have to worry about penalties, not have to worry about being punished for something I said that may have upset somebody, or something that I said that may have gotten somebody to say that I was trying to like make a child feel certain emotions or something like that, or whatever whatever COPPA is supposed to protect against. But it's something that's not going to protect is content creators, and that sucks. Okay, that really sucks for people like me who love being creative, who I'm sorry, I'm keep rambling, but I'm passionate as fuck about this. You have to understand that. Look, when I was in high school 20 years ago, I didn't care about getting good grades. I didn't care about getting an awesome job. I wanted to be creative and make that a part of my living. And there are people on YouTube who are doing that, and they're doing it really well. And they're going to get affected, and that's going to suck. It's going to suck for them. It's going to suck for me, who watches them. It's going to suck for anyone who wants to entertain the world by making YouTube videos and just chatting in front of a camera like I'm doing. And these people who put these regulations are going to punish them because they didn't follow their under 13 guidelines? Come on, man. Come on. That's not right. That isn't right. We need to do everything we can. We need to do everything we can to stop this. I want to do everything I can. I signed the petition. I gave them $18 for advocacy. You should do the same. Go to that petition. Sign it. Give them whatever you can. It's for a great cause. The cause of letting people be creative. We can't let that go in our culture. We can't. People talk about the apocalypse. People talk about the sky falling. People talk about the evil, whatever you want to call it, the evil social justice warriors, the evil tradcons, traditional conservatives. People talk about how women's movements have messed everything up, or how rape culture still is running rampant, that kind of stuff. Look, all those things are opinions coming from creators, right? You can't just shut down one creator because, you can't just shut down all creators because one creator did something stupid. But that's what COPPA's trying to do. I don't want that to happen. I really don't. So, please sign that petition. Please. Please. I'm begging you. I'm begging anyone watching this right now. Because I'm visibly upset by this. I really am. I'm visibly upset by it because I spend about 85% of my day on YouTube. Whether it's watching something in the background while I'm writing, or watching something attentively because it's fun to watch and entertaining, or whether it's making content that's entertaining. Maybe this wasn't really entertaining. Maybe it's just me just rambling. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? It's a good bedtime story. Look, 50 minutes of me talking in front of a camera. That is a bedtime story, bruh. Or it's getting great information about how to invest money and how to save money and how to make money. You know what I mean? Or how to kick social media and other things that are messing with your brain by watching geniuses like Sam Ovens and Alex Becker. They're gonna get affected by COPPA, bro. We're all gonna get affected by it, and so we need to stop it, and we should. And we should because it's our responsibility as human beings to be creative. It really is. It really is. And stuff like COPPA is going to stifle that. And it's created by people who don't have a creative bone in their body. And they just want everyone to feel just like they do, which is empty, lifeless, bloodless, cold. And we can't be like that. That'll be the end of the world when we stop being creative. And COPPA is seeking to end creativity. So hashtag cancel COPPA. This is Joelsuf, Sir Joelsuf, formerly the Big Jew if you're EST 2010. Saying stay strong, keep being awesome, and protect yourself. Take care.